Frequency Fundamentals Part 2. If you haven't watched my first video, please make sure to do so. It's going to be in the comments where I go over the beginning phases of understanding patterns. But for this video, we're going to tackle the neuroscience. So frequency fundamentals, when you really start understanding the way this reality works, that it's literally binary code, it is all algorithm, then you start to actually understand that your brain is a processor. It is aggregating data based on past experiences, and it's creating predictive algorithms for the future in order for you to stay safe. It's a very efficient system, but the trouble is it becomes very easy to get programmed. Our jobs here are to become aware of all of this and deprogram ourselves. Deprogram all this conditioning, all these things that aren't us, so we can reclaim who we are. Now let's get to the neuroscience. A very quick disclaimer for neurodivergence. I personally manage my adult ADHD through frequencies and everything I've learned through my self-mastery practices and what I teach. But if you are feeling like you get distracted easily, are multi-passionate, and can't keep focus, have major swings in mood, then please do yourself a favor and get checked out. When it comes to breaking patterns, thought pattern, once again, the brain is conditioned to think this way. 5 things you want to look out for. First, let's go over symptoms. A racing mind, an inability to focus. Let's say you have anxiety or tremendous lack of motivation. These are all space-time issues. First, you want to make sure you get back into your body. Quickly, it's a spatial referencing exercise. Scan your environment, pick one point, and assess the distance between where you are in relationship to those points. You're creating a grid. A point above, a point below, side, front, back. Your body's in the center of that grid. Then you're going to look around the corner of your room, pick some objects in that room, and then estimate the distance between those objects and your body based on those points. That's spatial referencing. So you get back in time. Then notice what's happening to you. We all know Andrew Huberman, right? He has these great 5 points. It's basically iterative, but let's dive into this. Take a screenshot. You have sensation, or what I call a trigger. You have something going on inside of you. This point, you look at perception, right? You become aware of what's happening. Then you tap into the feeling of that thing. Keep in mind, emotions are there to accommodate a program that's running. Think of it like a pop-up on a computer screen. You run out of memory. That pop-up happens because there's an algorithm that's written for that. It's basically like the program that's producing this emotion. So you pay attention to your emotion, which are essentially your feelings. Then your thoughts. What are you thinking about yourself? What are the behaviors that you're doing? Let's say you get overwhelmed with a project, your nervous system goes into a state of paralysis, you binge eat. That's the action. So to counter all of this, start mastering your mind, you want to step into contrary action. Contrary behavior, contrary action, contrary experience. So you want to basically do a pattern map. What sensation am I feeling? What's the trigger? What do I think is going on? How do I feel about this? What am I thinking about myself in this moment? What are the behaviors that I'm taking or doing or expressing? And what are the actions that I'm taking? Andrew also talks about DPOs, duration, path, and outcome. How frequently are these episodes happening? Meaning, how frequently am I thinking about the same thing over and over again and I can't break the loop? What am I doing to actually step into contrary action and break the behavior? And what's my outcome? You have to create new neural pathways. And you do this through contrary action, contrary behavior, deprogramming. I know this was a loaded little mini masterclass, but get curious about this stuff. I have a freebie pattern worksheet in the link in my bio. Grab it.